Oh, yato. Oh, yato. Oh, yato. Yato. Oh. Oh, oyato. Oh, oyato. Oh, oyato. Oh, oyato. Listen. Listen to her still small voice. Listen as she whispers through the wind. Listen as she whispers through the trees. Listen as she whispers to your heart. But listen. 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 How many of you have been distracted by other things and not listening to the voice? Listening to the voices of the monkey mind, of the static energy, of the distraction of the world, not your world, their world, and you're distracted. Have you noticed what's happening today? Have you noticed what happened yesterday and the day before and what's going to happen tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that? Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Mother. Thank you, power and the guidance for the medicine wheel, for allowing me to see and be in the medicine of the knowing and the understanding and the being of the doing and the doing of the being. Our parents are leaving us. The elders are crossing over the Rainbow Bridge. They're moving into the direction of the north. It's their time. And our time is coming. Those of you who are about 50, about 51, 52, 49, and going to be stepping into being an elder according to the Mayan tradition very soon. Your parents, the elders, are leaving you. They're leaving us. But they're only leaving us in body. They're not leaving us in spirit. They sit in the place of the north, in the place of rest, in the place of wisdom, in the place of all our relations, in the place of the den, winter, earth. That is a powerful medicine. That is a powerful ally. Those who say, oh no, so-and-so crossed over. Oh no, you should praise and be happy and celebrate that spirit that's crossing over. So you don't see them anymore. You got pictures, you got digital, you got physical. You got all that stuff to remember them by. All those antiques, all those medals, all those things that they made and they did, and the memories that live here, not here. Live here. Do you live here? And are you ready? I'm going to ask you, oishino, 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 are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for your crossing over? Crossing over into your time of wisdom and letting go of the things that happened to you in the first half of your life, the first 51 years of your life, the first duality, the half of your life, where all those things that were, where you were transgressed upon, where you felt shame, where you were hurt, where you were wounded, where you were molested, whatever the thing was, the angers, all those things, it's time to let them go. When you hit the big 5-0 to move the next 24 months into becoming an elder at 52. I'm excited for a lot of you. I'm 59 years old. I've been in my medicine for quite some time, almost 10 years, but the wisdom that has been given to me within the body of the 10 years and beyond that from my first half of my life, first half of the duality of my lifetimes is incredible, because you people hear it come out of my mouth as medicine, as healing. It not as trauma, not as tragedy, but as healing medicine. Those stories that I tell are truth. Those stories that are tell are the example and the expression of the things that happened and how I came to be. Point A to B. How I came to be. Thank you. Thank you to the guides who just gave that to me. Thank you. So be ready. Ask yourself if you're ready. Look into the mirror. Look into your camera. And when you speak to your clients or those that follow you, have something to say. Have something real to say, because it's not about money. It's not about buying a house. It's not about how much you're going to make to buy the next car, all those things. It's what you have to really offer to the world as a human being who's doing, and as a doer who's being. I don't know what I have to offer to the world other than my voice and the wisdom that the guides and the spirits and all my relations give to me, because I'm willing to listen. This morning, I didn't get out of bed till almost 10:30. I was laying there listening to the guides and the spirits, what they have to say. This morning, I received a text from my beautiful friend, Angela, somebody who I love very much. She's one of my dearest, closest friends. She's part of my tribe. My tribe is right here on one hand. You have to know that. My tribe is right here on one hand. Those who hold my attention, those who give me their love and show me their love. And she said, my father crossed over last night. And I felt a bit of her pain, but I also felt a whole lot of joy. I was fortunate enough to talk to him when her and I first met. She was in the car with him, and they were going someplace in Spokane, Washington. And she called me, and she wanted her dad to meet me over the phone. And I was honored by that. I don't even know if she remembers that, but I was honored by that. I got to meet him in that way. That's his daughter. That's the beauty that he brought into the world. And not just her, he brought others. What are you ready to give to the world? Those of you who are mothers, those of you who are fathers, I thank you for the children that you've brought into this world for the next generation that's going to bury us. Maybe not bury me. I don't have children. I don't have anybody. I have all of you. Whew. But that's powerful. I have a bigger responsibility than most people. And those of you who are single, who are wondering what you're going to do with yourself, stop wondering and start doing. This is a message about the doing, not the thinking, not the wondering. I was writing a list, or I'm gonna, none of that shit. That's not manifesting. Sorry about the language. But those of you who are wondering, stop wondering and start doing. What's the saying from Shawshank Redemption? Get busy living or get busy dying. There are a lot of people out there, and a lot of them are my brothers and sisters and relatives who are working so they can retire. Retire to what? Death? Golf? What? What are you working towards? I left the job market and I support myself through my drum making, through my energy healing, through the mentoring of people. I live my life the way that I live my life. And I don't know what I would have to offer a mate or a partner. Maybe she'll find me someday and say, oh, Walking Crow as a loving heart entity is enough for me. I don't want anything other than that from him than to love me, because that's what I want to give to you. That's what I give to all of you. I give you my love, my undying support, the support from the back of the heart on your body and to the front, and I will hold space for you, and I will hold your heart in my hands and in my soul, and I will be with you. You know the name Walking Crow. If you have known or spoken my name or seen me, you know me, and I am always with you, and I will always be with you. So even in my crossing over and whenever that happens for me, I will be with you, and you will always know me. You will always know me. About 3 years ago, I was over in West Fork on a hike with a friend, and I sat down at the edge of the creek to drum and sing. And as I did that, there was a couple that came across the creek. They had their little girl, their daughter, on a backpack, and she was, on the hike. And as she went by me, I saw her just stare at me as I was singing. And my friend Maya said something to me. She said, that little girl is going to know you forever. That image of you singing and drumming is going to be burned into her heart because she didn't understand it, but she saw you. And I heard my friend Maya say that. Maya's no longer here with me. She doesn't want to be my friend. That's okay. That's the way things go. But that little girl heard my voice singing proudly. As bad as I sing or as good as I sing or however I drum, she heard it, she saw it, she experienced it. Be the experience for others of healing. Don't be the experience of all the hurt and your anger and your shame and your smoking cigarettes and your pot smoking and your alcoholism and your drug addiction and your obesity and overeating because you don't know how to deal. Start dealing and stop complaining and start doing what it is you came to this earth to do. And it isn't, praise politicians, and it isn't to wear a mask, as it isn't to be afraid of being sick, it isn't afraid of being healthy, it isn't afraid of being spiritual, or it isn't afraid of being religious, or whatever those things are. Sidestep those things and move forward in the way that you know how to. And if you don't know how to, reach out to me. I would love for my phone to ring off the hook. I would love to be able to do a daily mentoring of maybe 5 to 10 people. But that doesn't happen because you're too busy. You're too busy watching CNN, MSN, Fox News, fucking N. Really? Really? Those of you who have medicine that I have given you or you have purchased from me, do you use it? Is it hanging on the wall? Is it in a corner someplace with a rattle or some sage or some other things that you don't use? You'd like to, or you pick the drum up for about 30 seconds at a time, a minute at a time, and then you put it down because somebody might hear you. It's embarrassing. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I have to go make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something like that. There's days that I forget to eat. I forget to eat because I'm busy with the business of living. Yesterday, I had a meeting with the lady who owns this gallery. We didn't get together for business. We got together to spend hours and time together sharing the medicines of how to heal and laughing and giggling and crying and getting angry, all those things. And my friend Angela came and she was in a state with her father because she knew her father was about to go. And I got to hug her. And then another woman came in who works out of this facility, Jill, who is a massage therapist. And we all came together and people were coming in and out of the conversations for 4 hours at the coffee house, which is next door. That was my day. And I forgot to eat. I forget to eat. And by the time I got home last night at about 4, 5, 6 o'clock, whatever time it was, I was starving and I was munching all night long on nuts and this and that. But you have to understand there are things that are more important than my physical fulfillment of food sometimes. The soul, my soul, your soul, our souls as a collective are so important. And the collective doesn't get healed by me. I get healed by me. And as I heal me, the collective, a little bit at a time, gets healed. Oishino, oishino. Oishino, and I say oishino, oishino, oishino. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Pick up your sword, whatever it looks like. Whether it looks like sage, whether it looks like the mallet, whether it looks like the pipe, whether it looks like the drum, whether it looks like the rattle, whether it looks like your voice, pick up your sword and do what you came here to do. Very serious message today. People are dying who came here to do what they came here to do. And it wasn't fun for them because they lived through a depression. They lived through many wars. They lived through poverty. They lived through richness. They lived through all kinds of things that we don't understand, but we suffered through too. It's time to stop suffering. It's time to start doing and being and doing. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready.
Yo no voy a dejar hoy en hoy da shine ya na hoy ne he hoy shine ya na hoy ya hoy en hoy te hoy shine se hoy na wana hoy shine ai hin hoy shine.
My name is Walking Crow, and this is the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, unfriend me. But if you like the message, if you understand what I'm talking about, share this message with a friend. You share a piece of pie with a friend. You share a cup of coffee with a friend. You share gossip with a friend. You share your political aspirations and ideologies with a friend. Share the medicine with a friend. Be ready. Are you ready? I am ready. Walking Crow for the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine, asking you to have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Have a beautiful, 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 fearless Friday. And be fearless for yourself as well as others. Aho, mitakoyasin. Aho.